All right, guys, so let's get into it. I am a lover of flashcards. I am, okay? So, my first use of flashcards were these are like an old set. I don't remember where I got these from because I got this from when my eldest was little. So this is the old set. So I used it to help my toddler at the time to learn how to say words. I would just flash it. He wouldn't repeat, but eventually with time, he would repeat the words. And ever since then, I just definitely fell in love with the use of flashcards with him. So that's the first set. Then I went to Dollar Tree and purchased this set. There is a hole punch here, and then what you do, well, what I recommend is to put them in a ring like this, so that you can keep your cards intact. Because this set over here, even though I had it for years, because my oldest is a teenager now, but I had these loose, and the baby at the time would like take them, and then he would tear at them and tug at them, and so, but just to keep him in a good order, I recommend put it in a hole punch it and put it in a ring. So we did that. We moved from this card to this, and then we moved on to shapes. This is also a set from Dollar Tree. I'll show you the box. And I like this one because it has the shape and the color, so you can ask the kid, what color is it, what shape is it, and then they can also say, oh, it's a red heart. It's good. I really like it. After we did actually objects and nouns and shapes and colors, we moved on to the alphabet. I probably had another set for the alphabet, honestly, but this is the one that is the most intact. So I have this one, and I really, really like this one because it has not live pictures, but like a real animals or whatever they're trying to say it is. So they're trying to say the letter it starts with. So J is for jellyfish, and it's the actual picture of a jellyfish, which I can really appreciate things that are done in not just in animation of cartoon and stuff like that. They're cute, but real life, because this is what we're gonna be living. He needs to see how they look in the real world. So this is also a set from the Dollar Tree. I purchased this. This is May. So I purchased this last fall. For anybody want to know when, because I don't know if they still have them in Dollar Tree, but that's where I got them in around that time, fall of 2021. Okay, these cards are an older set of cards too. This is from my oldest, and I like them a lot though. They're old. I mean, I guess for the kid won't know they're old. It's new to him, but for me, they're old. But like, if this is a star and it's on a stool, so when we get to the point where we're starting to do this blending of the ST, it has cards, his own flashcards already set. And it also has more words behind the card. So I like this a lot. This is also a set from the Dollar Tree. I got them at the same time. And I don't know if they probably came together, but I separated them because of because they're not as easy for the child to just know about these blends. So CH is for cheetah. So, and then it has also with the vowels. So I can really appreciate that. So I put these to the side. So when we get to that point, which probably gonna be another year and so, we can, or even maybe when he's 5, I don't know. It's to see how he goes, but we have these cards. Now, these cards I have from my oldest. These are old, but I think I still see this brand over at Walgreens. And what I like about this set is that it has for short eye, the words in the picture, and it also has for the long eye as well. So usually I don't really see sets come in like that. These are a little bit old. I don't know how it looks like now because of the animation, but like I said, it's not the most current or, you know, modern looking, but it will do the trick. So, and also I like this set. This set is a rhyming set. It's cap, and then you flip it over, and it has all the words that rhymes with cap. So that's that. So let's move into numbers. Oh, actually I have another one for colors as well as shapes. This, we didn't necessarily use them to teach. What I did with him with these is that I had him sort. He has manipulatives like from his puzzles or circles. So I have him like put the circle or the shape, whatever the shape was, using the back of these cards. Because he doesn't know how to read yet, so there's no sense of saying circle here and then put a circle here, but we will use the shape behind it. And the same thing with the colors. This one says red, and then they'll have something, a picture of it behind it. And this one is for numbers. I think these are cute because they're large. This is actually a good size flash card. It's very big in comparison to this one. I don't know if you can really tell, but these are nice size cards. So we're gonna use these. These go up to 20, and it has the picture behind it so that he can count. Another flashcard that I have are these. These are numbers as well. But what I like about this set is that it has 0. It's very hard to come across things that just, for numbers that just begin with 0. So I like that about this set. And it also came with plus and minus. We're not there yet because, you know, he's literally just starting to count. He knows his numbers, but like actually count and doing that one-to-one correspondence, he's still learning that. So that you can use the cards as well to just place it on the table and then get manipulated. So what's not shown here is what I have him count off on are with like pom-poms or anything that, you know, that's easy for him to grab and to count off. And I also like this set because it has these 10 frames. Now 30 is much for him now, but I like the fact that it represents the number in that way. And another set of cards that I have, this is stuff that I already had. This is from School Zone, and this set goes to 100. And so how they do it is you don't have 100 cards per se here. You just have 1, and then behind it is 51. So the numbers are behind it to help with the load of it all. See? I like this set though. And I like the fact that it's colorful. Now, more cards these are from Dollar Tree. And these are the alphabet ones. And let me just show you. So here is A, and then you will ask the child, like, what do you see that starts with an A? And, you know, the child can say alligator. I mean, the alarm wouldn't work for him. I don't think he knows that just yet. But apple, ape, you know. Anyway, you get the drift. And I also like this one because it's also started with 0. And so this one is also a set of cards from Dollar Tree, but it's from Highlights. And then that you give the child the card, and you can ask the child, you know, which table has 0, you know, things on it. So this is good. Anyway, moving forward. Another flashcard that I have is this one. And this is when we get to actually he's learning his sounds actually. But actually forming words. So this one is for bus. So since he can't do this part yet, sounding it out. But what's great about it is he can put the picture together. Let me do it this way. then we can sound it out. But like that. So, and this is actually very good too, because you can use this in more than one way. You can use the cards later on for something else, because you have like a lot of letters in the alphabet if you need to use it. So just get creative with this set. Oh, you know what? Just recently, he is starting to sound out the letters when he sees them in, around him. So what we do every night is we go over this book or another book that he has. Basically, we go over the alphabet, and we go over the letter sound. So with that, now he's starting to just like see letters and make up the sound. So he'll try to even sound out a word. So, for example, he'll be like, b, s. Now, is he putting it all together? No, and I'm not forcing it just yet, because I really want him to learn the right pronunciation of the letter sounds, and that's what I'm focused on with him as of right now. And so this is the book that I mentioned this book before. We really like this book. I got this at the thrift store as well. It's to the point also with this book, because we read it so often, that he's made a song with the letter and its sound and the animal. And he'll if you let him, he'll sing through A through Z for you. So I recommend definitely like going over that repetition. It sticks, and then they can really build on from there. And this Dr. Seuss books, I should probably mention this. I had this with the rhyming, just so that he also likes these books a lot, especially this one. I bought this one for $1 at the it was brand new. Like this, the wear and tear. I'm showing you things that we actually do use. Not everything has been used, but a lot of it has. And so the wear and tear is from us. The book was brand new, $1. And this one as well, $2.49. This book, I like it a lot because it does a good job at highlighting the letter and its sound or the words that use it. So B is for bear. She rides her bike to the beach. So I'm gonna definitely try to read this more often to him. We haven't necessarily done so. We focus on other alphabet books, but anyhow, these are small books that I purchased from Marshall's. And I like these because they're tiny. So he can, like, so another thing is if you have these kids, when you go out with them, you gotta keep them busy. So this is nice and small. This can fit in like a little bag. And that's why I also like these books. But another reason why I like it, it's like a find. Hold on, I'm sorry. Just bear with me if you're watching, because I have to hold the camera with my other hand. So so I can say, do you see the A? Can you find the A on the other page? And he can find it. The numbers, the number one has the same thing as well. So you just help the child discriminate which number or letter is there. Oh boy, this right here, I cannot tell you enough about songs, about singing, especially for those of us who are helping our kids facilitate their language. Singing has been a major help of helping him say words. It also helps with his memory. So these are CDs that I purchased from Dollar Tree. And it's just regular nursery rhymes or songs that the kids learn for like culture, for the culture, the nursery rhymes and regular songs that they sing. So what I do is I still have a CD player in my car, and so I would just pop it in while we're doing our commuting, and so he'll listen to that. And a lot of the songs he doesn't know them, of course not, because it's his first time hearing them. But with the repeat play, he begins to memorize them, and he sings along. And I see how much it has grown his um, vocabulary, and he really enjoys it. Like to the point where we get in the car, he'd be like, "Song, play song," you know. So, um, I recommend music to play for your kids. And if you can do the gestures, if the song comes with a gesture and do that, that just adds, like, you know, that's plus 100 on 10 if you can do the gestures with them. So that's that. We'll be singing a lot. Now, I bought this game here, Hi Ho Cheerio, to help him count. And I also got this at the thrift store. I think $3 or $4. That's the sticker price, but it may have even been less. But nonetheless, I bought this because it had a brown boy in there, to be honest. Anyway, back to the counting. These are very tiny. The recommended is 3. When I first opened it up, I thought it was for him to just to count, and I tried around like 2.5, which I probably shouldn't have done anyway. But the size of these, it was just like, I gotta put this away. I gotta put them away. And even at 3 years old, this is something that you would really have to sit with your child and make sure your child is not putting, because at that point, even now he's still a little bit oral. So no. But when we can really use these, and hopefully that, you know, he learns to count off, and there's a spinner and all the pieces are in there. Another one is Chutes and Ladders, and I also bought this because, and they have these. I was looking to buy these during the holidays, but I like these because they had the brown girl, the brown boy, so I picked it up for him so that he can just see a little bit of himself in these things. So I won't open this, but this is a classic game, and it is recommended for age 3 and up. Another game we have here. Oh boy. Sorry for the noise. Okay, another thing we have here is Bogle. I hope I'm saying it correctly. So basically, it has a card, and the child basically sounds it out to put it in, or they can just match the letter um, that's shown on the card and just looks for it and just match it along. So that's good. We haven't played it yet. If you want, I can make videos of us playing the games. Just let me know. Also, these cards, I bought them. Now, sometimes I get things, I'm like, why I get this? Like, this is not even, I know why I got them. I got them because they were on clearance, but I didn't need to get this. Like, this is money I could have saved, but I figured that it was worth the buy. I got these at Staples. A good time to buy from Staples, well, for me, that I noticed was after school, like after like school's in session, so like late or mid September, and then they were putting things on clearance. So that's why I bought this. It's a think tank scholar, and it comes in a nice case. It's a lot of cards. So I mean, he's not there yet. I don't know. Maybe like when he gets enters kindergarten, we can start using these cards. But who knows? We'll see how it goes. But for right now, this is not my focus of teaching addition and subtraction. So, but for those who are interested to know what they were, that's an information. Also, while I was in Staples, I in the clearance area, so you know how I do. I came across this Train Your Brain number sense. Now, this is, I wouldn't say necessarily preschool level. This is something probably more for a 5, 6 year old. But nonetheless, I mean, the reason why I picked it up was because it had a number chart in there. And at the time, I was looking for number charts because even though I'm not gonna say I'm like gonna do homeschooling every day, because I work full time, there's still things that you need, and a printer is one of them, a laminator, but especially with the age of these kids, like if you have a 3 year old, 2 year old, you know what they do, they tear. But anyway, I just wanted something thick And this was already printed out. It's colorful, so I went and I got it. And so this has games. It also has these 10 frames, and everything's already printed out for you. So that's even just saving time. And what I also liked about this is because it had like a teacher resource in that, So like it has instructions on how to use it and concepts for the child to learn. And this is, if you don't really know, especially, I mean, I know these things because we're old enough and we've gone through these phases, but like to teach them, to have this kind of resource is very important to give you some kind of guidance. So let me just give you, I'm giving you like a little flip through. So you can see, let me move it out a little bit more. Okay, so for those who have kids who are a little bit older, I think this would be a great resource. And I don't recall exactly how much I paid for this one, but it was definitely in the clearance aisle section. And I think I definitely paid less than $10 for this. I really did. So, anywho, moving forward. One more thing. So it also has like these charts, 1 through 20, 1 through 50. Chart, a nice small one that's clear. I mean, you can go search the internet, but like, I can make a copy of this, put it in a sheet protector, have him use it. This one is 120 chart. So, and it has checklists, like assessments for the child. Let me tell you something. This was a good find. Really, really was. All right, some manipulatives. Oh, I'm tell you, my son loved these magnets. I got them at a dollar store, not Dollar Tree, but a dollar store, and it was worth it. I think I paid $1.50 something, or something like that. And if we use these, we put them on the fridge, and he will walk past them, and he will play with the numbers. He will say the number. And so he got a good sense of identifying the numbers by, to see at that age, because he was like a young two. And books are great. Yeah, I will never say books are not great. Flashcards are great, but when the child gets to actually touch it and move it around, like this was a great way for him to learn his numbers. I also have the letters. I bought this, Melissa and Doug, a magnet set at Walgreens. They were, I guess, around that time too, around September, October. Walgreens had Melissa and Doug products, and I grabbed me a set of this set there. Now this set, I purchased this one at Macy's during the holidays, and I found it at a good price. So I was like, let me get this. And yeah, because he cannot write, and the reason why I got it, because he cannot write yet. I'll get into like that part of it in his teaching for preschool. But he does know his letters, so I can say grab the D, and and we can make letter sounds, and he can stamp it, and this also has activities. So, and oh, it comes with numbers as well. I didn't even realize that. So even better. Right, more manipulatives. So these are vowels that I purchased, vowel like manipulatives, and the mats that I purchased at Staples. Around the same time I got the other stuff, so it was a good haul over there. So this is the creator, Carson Delosa, and so say the name of the pictures in each column, put the matching vowel in the circle. Can you write it? So like I said, I'm gonna have to teach him how to write, but from moving now though, he can take if he can hear the sound, we can think this is a hat. So you're gonna say hat, and I can ask him, what is the vowel sound that you hear. And at this point, I gotta even teach him what is a vowel, because he just knows his letters, but he doesn't know what's a consonant and what's a vowel. So anyway, this is a nice activity for me to use to do that. And also, this is another one for later on. Um, of course, I will have to teach him in phases, so we're not even here. But when we get to the point of doing beginning and ending sounds, then we can use these. And actually, I can do beginning sounds, because I've done that with him. The beginning sounds, I got like a jam for him, and I just, this is just life, right? Just living life and just doing things and taking a moment to teach. So I got a jar of jam for him, and then I said, you know, jam. What sound does the jam start for? What letter does it start with? And he was able to say J, and he was able to say J. You know, when I asked the question different ways. So like, anyway, I have this. So we can probably start with the beginning sounds, but I'm not pushing it, because, you know, I have other, I'm going to do his curriculum based on what levels I want him to start with first, but I have this. So if you're looking for some manipulatives, this one has 25 pieces, and it has beginning and ending sounds, and I found it at Staples, okay? All right. These are my puzzles that I purchased. You know, I love puzzles. I love having him do it, and he enjoys them as well. So this is the Spot Me one. So the child has to take the larger picture, and then they have one that is like magnified, and the child has to figure out what animal or what picture, you know, it came from. So he's able to start doing these. And this was the opposite one. And the other one is Match My Ride. Match My Ride is a little bit tricky for him. So he's basically the occupation. So it shows you a picture of an occupation, and then what vehicle that person drives to do their job. And this is a book that I had about teaching about opposites. So he can help do the puzzle here, because he doesn't necessarily understand the concept just yet. More games. This is a memory game. It's a matching game that I got for him. This one I got at a thrift store. And it is, and he can play it. It says 5 and up. Sometimes the ages that they put on there, you just have to do, it just depends on the child. But I wouldn't, for him, he didn't have to wait to be 5 years old to play this. He can play a game of memory just fine. And this one, I got this one at, this is Never Forget a Face. I believe that's what it's called. I got this at, see how much it is, retail. I got this at Barnes and Nobles. And that's why I go to the thrift store. It's not like I can't pay things for a full price. So if you catch me on a good day, I'll probably pay for something on full price. But I go looking first at the thrift store just to see what I can find, because this game was brand new, and I think I paid, if I can see the price, see, $3.99. So you see the difference in prices. But anywho, oh, this is another find that I had at the thrift store, and it's brand new. The shrink wrap is still on it. It's an I Spy game. So we're gonna look for, this says 5 and up, but I think that I can start playing this with him, because he's starting to understand more concepts, and his vocabulary has really expanded. So anyway, so I look forward to playing with this with him. All right, and I got that one for $5.99. And this is a Box Books Deluxe Reader. When I started looking into like teaching a child how to read, this was like highly recommended with Box Books. I bought just the whole set. It does come individually, and it's like individual for each volume, but I didn't get it that way. I can do a video if you want me to. Just let me know on like a flip through on this. But we're not ready to use it just yet because, like I said, we're just doing the alphabet sound. So I'll eventually open this. But until then, it stays on in the shrink wrap. And for those who want to know where I got it from, I got this at Costco. I've heard great things about Zingo, so I haven't played it, but I saw it at the thrift store. You know, I'm gonna keep promoting the thrift store. So I grabbed it. Only thing about the thrift store though that it is, I would say, a con is just that you never know what you're gonna get. If the thing is not like packaged, like never touched, like, you know, with the shrink wrap, I definitely recommend like opening up the box and making sure all the pieces are there. I learned it the hard way. I bought a couple of things and I'm like, oh, this is missing. Not that the thing, it doesn't make the toy or the game less functional, because you can still figure out how to use it, but it's nice to have everything that's supposed to be in there in the package. So anyway, Zingo it is. We haven't played it just yet, but I believe it's a matching game. And what does it say the objectives are? Image and word recognition. And it says recommended age is 4 and up. These are games that I found at the Dollar Tree. And it's another reason why I got them is because I know that his daycare teacher was talking about they were learning signs. And so just to reinforce the learning, I got this for him so we can play these. And it also has vehicles. So, see? And those are at the Dollar Tree. This is another item from Scholastic. The Papa's book are from Scholastic. That's why I said another item. I got this from their, you know how they send the kids home with the flyers or the order forms from Scholastic. And I purchased these. These are guided science readers. And this focus more on animals and seasons. So these are 8 from each volume. So these are A, B, C, D, and there's 8 books from each of that volume, that set. They do sell the sets individually, like there's a set A, and I believe it comes with 16 books. But this was a nice addition to his library of books because, like I mentioned before, I like the fact that these have real life images for him to look at. If you're still watching this video, pat yourself on the back. I mean, seriously, because I'm trying to be as detailed as possible. So, but I know this video is long. But anyway, this is my calendar and season orientation side. So this is a puzzle that I got from Marshalls, and it's a little bit older looking. I can tell like this is not like the most recent up to date, but I like it a lot because this was 4 puzzles. So 4 12 piece puzzles for the seasons. And how much did I purchase this for? I think I got this for like $7, $7 or $8, which I thought was awesome for 4 puzzles about the seasons. And he's able to do these puzzles. He's able to do these puzzles just with some help, but overall he can do them. So I use this. So now we're using more of a spring and in the summer to talk about the season. And these are great also with the puzzles because then you can talk about what's going on in the puzzle. Anyway, I mentioned that in my puzzles video, but so I'm moving on, discussing about puzzles. Anywho, I got this at a dollar store, and it is basically weather classroom chart. So the season is, and then it's already printed. Like I said, anything that's printed out, especially in color, I'm grabbing it. And do you see the price here? Like, I'm not tripping over $1.49 if everything's printed out for me. So the season and the weather, and there's a chart. So that's that. This one, I got this one for the cutouts because it actually has pictures. So here, it's like this if it was snowing. So I like that. And I the same price, probably $1.49 for all the cutouts. And I don't know, something hit me. When I went to Walgreens, I saw this and I bought this. Calendar is all in like a dry erase magnetic board. So, which I thought was very neat. But and it has all the months and the days of the week and then emotions. I don't know if I'm gonna use this. I'm gonna just be honest. I don't know if I'm gonna use this right now for preschool. It says ages 3 and up. Only because I'm just watching videos and they're like saying, well, a linear calendar may be best to use. I don't know. We'll see. Because they're just saying that the kids don't really understand or shouldn't be expected to understand the passage of time and like months and stuff like that. I've seen kids who can repeat or recite the months of the years and the days, what's today and what's the next day. I don't know. Either way, I just have this stuff here. When I decide to use them, I will. But I think I may be switching gears with this just yet. I may just move on to more of like a schedule, like, what time is it? It's time to eat, time to read, like, and do something like that before I start introducing like the months and counting and the using a traditional calendar. So anyway, I'll keep you in tune about that. What I have here is a book that I found from a dollar store, and it's a handwriting book. It's a teacher's guide and it's pre-K, right up my alley, exactly what I needed. And what I like about this is it gives me information for like I said, I don't really know how to teach, how to write, and so having a resource that teaches me that is awesome. And this all printed out in a book. I'm not fishing through, printing things online or reading through a screen. So this I found, and it came with a CD that I've been playing for him. So in addition to like the songs, he learned the holiday songs and the regular songs that he's listening to. But what's really been occupying right now is listening to these songs. The songs are about finger play and about the alphabets, a different way to sing them, um, direction, left to right. I mean, and this is $1. I bought this for $1.59, I believe, and it's great. So, so it gets him kind of used to just hearing some terms. So when I actually sit down with him to learn how to practice writing, I can use the language that I've learned through here and him listening it through the CD so that he can understand. And it has even like little stories, passages that you can read to help the child understand or visualize what is it that you're trying to tell them to do. So I thought this was a great resource for teaching him how to write. So with teaching him how to write, I'm trying to help him learn how to hold writing instruments. So this is a piece of sidewall chalk that I got at Staples that he can have fun with during the summer. I also purchased for him these tripod grip crayons. So it has, just trying to show you how it is. So that if basically forces the child to hold the pencil the correct way, or help give them some direction on how to do so. I also purchased some Play-Doh. I purchased Play-Doh at the Dollar Tree individually, but I found a better price at Target. I was so upset when I saw. I was like, dang, I could have got it at Target, but I didn't know. So Target had I think a stack of them for a cheaper amount. I was just like, boy, instead of me buying them each individually for $1. Anywho, the kit also came with Play-Doh, and I purchased this at a thrift store, and it had all these different tools for the child. There's this pair of scissors and textures, so you can see this. So, and I also have for him this rolling pin. I got this through a pack of for Play-Doh with Learning Shore. So, and besides, this has its own mats, but I also have mats for him that I purchased. I'm just grabbing them here. That I purchased for him to use. So this one is, I love this because it's colorful, it's laminated. And so this is for the number 2. And then he will have to make 2 pieces or circles or whatever it is that he wants to do and put it in the dots. And this definitely helps with the 1-to-1 correspondence. I also have one same letter mat, but for letters. And so this is a capital B and lowercase b. And of course, the picture represents what that sound that the letter makes. And I got these from Lakeshore. And you can see like each for the word list for the letter mats, and then they say, you know, and try to encourage the children to do the letters on the mat, of course, that's why you have it, but then to start forming letters off of the mats, maybe with different materials, and to also, like, if they have these mats, try to put them in order and all this stuff. But anyway, for now, we're just going to work on molding the Play-Doh and forming letters on the mat and reviewing what the words or the pictures that are on the mats and actually saying them. I've also bought him a magic board. This is a large one, and I have a small one. We've been using the small one. Oh my goodness, the small one has been such a wonderful add when you're going out, when you're traveling, when you're going to a restaurant, to keep him occupied. He writes whatever he writes, and then he can erase it. You don't need a pen, you don't need a marker, because, you know, when you go in a restaurant, they give you the crayons break, or he's finished coloring it and he's done with it and he's bored. But this, you can erase it and start over again. When he's done writing, we'll take turns, or we'll draw a picture for him and talk to him about the picture. So I definitely recommend getting a dry, I call it dry erase because I'm just used to saying dry erase, but you know, these magic boards. Over here I have a wipe and erase book that I bought at Costco. So it does straight lines, zigzags, it does other letters of the alphabet from A to Z, and it also does numbers and letter recognition. What I also have for his fine motor is these key and ring that the child's supposed to place on the rung. So these have different shapes, and he practices adding them on. He really likes these. I got this from Lakeshore, and each color, there's more colors, and then it's like 50 keys that come on this thing, I believe. So it's a nice add, and you can also use it for when you're doing your adding and counting. So, but this is what we use. And I just as a note, I have, or I'm planning to get him, if he doesn't get it already by somebody else, is lacing cards for him. So that's another fine motor activity that you can give to your toddler to help them with their strengthening their hand and eye coordination and the muscles in their hand. What I have here are stickers, which is another fine motor activity. He likes to use He likes to grab to get these stickers. Initially, I had to pull them out for him, but eventually he's developed a good pincer grasp, and this helps him practice that. So that one's for animals, but that one is like more cartoonish. I believe this one has actual real pictures of animals. So this is nice. If you, I mean, these stickers, you can take them and make flashcards out of them. The ones that he had one before in which it was, what was the activity book? There was a sticker book about things around the house, and he would take the sticker and have to put them in the right place. So it shows his logic and reasoning. This one is a sight word one, and it also has all of the alphabets and the words, and then other pictures of other things, which is nice. So those 3 books over there, I got them from the Dollar Tree. And then this one was given to him. Somebody found out that he likes stickers, and they gave him this book over here, and the pictures are large. I have a number sticker book I just remembered from Melissa and Doug. Let me get that for you, which is this one. And these pads, I really like them. I had another one, I think it was the alphabet one, and it was the farm. We went through it, we used it already, but it also had colors, and it was fantastic. And for the price, I think these were like $5 or $6. I got this at Walgreens, I believe. And here we go. So there's also tracing, and there's a number line. Like, these are really nice to have. This is a set of posters that I got from Staples during the clearance section. There's clearance time of this. So like I mentioned before, in September, October, I picked these up, and there's 20, and they're laminated and they're big. So I didn't really need all these. I really just needed a chart for the letters, but it came like that. And I don't recall how much I paid for this one, but it really was, for all these posters, I didn't pay much. I don't think I even paid, definitely under $10. So there's that. And for those who need something in Spanish, like this is also in Spanish on the back. This alphabet chart, I got it from Lakeshore, and he loves this chart. This chart, I was trying to put it on the wall, but it never made it on the wall. It's something that he carries. As you can see, it's all like bent, and it's fine. It's for his learning, and he'll sing it, he'll point to it, and make his alphabet sounds, and he carries around. He's really into letters. Moving forward though, what I would like to do, because it's hard because I get different resources from different places, different books, and everyone does their things differently. Usually you see A for apple or A alligator, which is fine, but I really want to find maybe like one like alphabet chart that I'm just gonna stick through and with, so that he doesn't get so that everything is uniform. And another thing that I do not like is this. Not that I don't like, it's just that when you're just teaching initial sounds, and you're doing short vowel sounds, like this one is I for ice cream, and he also has an alphabetic rug, and it has I for ice cream as well. But maybe I'm making a bit out of nothing, but I just kind of feel like sometimes it's kind of confusing when you tell the kid one thing and the letters don't necessarily jive because they're using a different sound. Like I had a book that I have, it was A for aardvark. That's not even a long A or a short A, or like I'm like, oh come on. But anyway, that's a side piece. But anyway. So that's that for this chart. And this chart is also a chart from Lakeshore. This is the one that he used when he was counting from 1 through 100. And we're still working on counting, but he did so well with that. He was very motivated to learn his numbers. And the reason why I also like this chart stays on the wall, that's why this one is fresher looking. I like this because it's color coded, and I can say, okay, let's focus on the yellow row. If your child knows their colors, like this is a good way to help the kid their focus. And that's it for that when it comes to the charts. So this phone right here is one thing that I'm excited for him to use, and it is a phone, and it's a sound phone. So as he's talking, he can hear the sounds of his voice. And so I just encourage you to maybe just do a screenshot so you can see what it's for. And I got this at Lakeshore. Last but not least, what I have to show you is this curriculum book. Now, you see how much it goes for. And I've seen this in stores. I didn't get it for that price. I got it for $1. Yes, I did. Where did I go? You know where I went. So I'm just gonna do a flip through. For me, and where the level at where my son is, I kind of feel like this is a little bit too advanced for him. But we can get there. We can work towards that. So I just want to do a little flip through and of what to expect. Now, speaking of which, when it came to like the workbooks, I just found that a lot of them were just too advanced. The starting point was just a little bit like a kid is already writing, and we're just not there yet. So that's why I'm opting to do what I've showed you, and that's why I placed my focus on in this video. But for those who are looking for a workbook, this one, and I have several. I can do another video just of workbooks, but I kind of didn't want to make this video about that. But I just wanted to show one thing, and this has a lot of pages to it. So as a supplement later on, I will be referring to this, and then it's good. You can just, well, yeah, if you want to, you can just tear this along and then put it in a sleeve protector and have the child trace so you can reuse the sheet. And that's that. If you watch this video through its end, you are the real MVP. I appreciate you hanging in there. I hope I answered your questions. If you have any questions for me, feel free to comment. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, feel free. This is the content that I mostly put out is toddler and perhaps some mommy things. But if that information you find valuable to you, or you want to join me in my journey, I'm just tired. I should be giving this a whole bigger push than this, but I'm just saying thank you for watching. And if you want to join, please subscribe, and I'll see you at the next video. Be blessed. Thank you.